Join us on this new adventure as we trace the footsteps of our ninth Guru, Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji.
350 years ago, at this very place, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj gave his head for another faith.
In fact, Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji speaks about this and they say this is the greatest action to take place in Kal Yug.
Join us in this journey as we cover 50 years of history in these 20 days.
Let's go!
So where are we now, Subdeep Singh?
Right now in the airport.
Yeah, which airport?
Heathrow Airport, Terminal 2. Welcome to a new vlog series on BOS TV. This one is vlogging the Jeevani, the life of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. 3 years ago actually, we came to India. It was myself, Karmveer Singh. If you want to introduce yourself, bring yourself in the camera as well. We had Ankar Singh, Rovir Singh. Unfortunately, they couldn't make it this year. We have Bhai Palvinder Singh Ji meeting us in India. And we're going to be traveling across the whole of India, even going to Bangladesh as well, following the footsteps of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, because this year marks 350 years since their Shaheedi Divas. We're going to go to many different places that we've never been to before, go out of our comfort zone of Punjab. Catch a train. I've never caught a train in India before, unless it's like an airport shuttle train. Going towards the east, places like Ayodhya, Prayagraj, Varanasi, Patna Sahib, Takhat Sahib, even going to Bangladesh as well, and then coming back to Punjab for the last part of our journey as well. So it's gonna be cool and it's gonna be exciting.
There's a lot of planning that's gone into this, but we still had a lot more planning we could have done.
Yeah. I think we've learned a lot in terms of the itinerary and the logistics as well. Hopefully along the way we'll give you guys a lot of tips of when you are traveling. This is the best way to travel, things to be wary of as well.
Travel tips with Bhai Subdeep Singh.
There you go.
What's the plan now? What are we doing?
The plan is to go to India, part 2. Just about to get on the plane. Too many Indians. Too many Indians. This is an Air India flight. We're going to be one on the flight. Last year said none of the TVs were working.
Boarded the plane, and it's actually quite a nice plane, eh?
Yeah, it's actually a Vistara plane, not a Air India one.
Yeah.
It's emerged recently. And the TVs work as well.
Yeah, the screens work. It's actually good quality as well.
What movie are you going to watch?
I'm probably not going to watch anything. I'm probably going to fall asleep.
And not just sleep, watch TV like Indie Party. Hopefully it's looking good so far.
I'm actually surprised with Air India, they're levelling up.
Give them a 7 out of 10.
Give us a discount next flight, Air India, if you're watching.
We have just landed in Delhi. Karmveer Singh, you know when you get off the plane, what do you think of the smell?
It stinks.
Really? I love it, man.
So India.
I love it, man. On our way to immigration, hopefully we get through and into India.
So Subdeep Singh, finally we found the taxi.
Finally.
And what's the plan now?
The plan is to go to Sis Ganj Sahib and we're going to meet Bhai Palvinder Singh Ji there. Probably freshen up, have a shower and stuff. And then we're going to go for Darshan, do Ardaas, probably have some food. So, welcome to India. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? I want to get you on top of there. Gurdwara Sis Ganj Sahib marks the sacred site where Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji attained martyrdom in 1675. Before we begin this epic journey, we were doing Ardaas, seeking the Guru's blessings as we retrace the path that led to their ultimate sacrifice. So right now, we are Gurdwara Sis Ganj Sahib. I look for Bhai Palvinder Singh. We thought he was going to come down and give us a heart and some flowers and stuff and a surupa. Oh, there he is! Look, he's up there. Waheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji ki Fateh.
How are you guys?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
So this is Bhai Palvinder Singh. He's from Malaysia. He's 185 centimeters tall. And he's been in Prachaar with us for 2 years now, isn't it?
Yeah, this is my second here, yeah.
And he's joined us now in India for this travel on Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. What we do now, Bhai Sahib?
So now we are going to go to the Darbar Sahib, but do you want to eat first?
No, we do Darshan first.
Yeah, let's do Darshan first, and then we're going to have Tegh, we're going to have Ardaas to start this whole journey.
Planned to do Ardaas, and we just walked inside and ended up doing the Ardaas, and straight after the Hukamnama Sahib came as well. So I won't read for the whole Hukamnama Sahib, but just the first pankti, Uddam Karta Anada Paya, Simrata Sukhasar. Okay, I think that's just such a beautiful Sikh that Guru Sahib has given to us. Just coming here, that if you want this yatra to be suffer, if you want this journey to be suffer, not just of the one that we're on right now, but of this life as well. Karim's laughing at me. What are you laughing for?
I fell.
Did he fall?
Yeah, he did. He slipped.
We're in such an important moment. We're not cutting this now. We're keeping it. Karim always falls when we're recording, right? But they're saying that Amrit Vele Uttan Satsangat vich jaan da yatan karo. Go into Sad Sangat every single day. Amrit Vele jaag ke do Sad Sangat, and then you gain Anand. And then this whole, you can say this whole yatra that we're going on as well, it will be filled with a lot of Anand as well. So
it's another thing to just take note as well. After doing Ardaas and as we were going out, the Kirtani started, Gurpura Mere Naal Hai. So Maharaj Ji is saying that the true Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj is going to be with us all the time. So that's the Ardaas I think to Maharaj as well. Ke Maharaj Ang Sang Sai ke be with us so that, you know, if there's any problem at all, so solve the problem so we can get this yatra done in peace. ਹਾਂਜੀ ਬਾਬਾ ਜੀ ਦੱਸੋ।
ਇਹ ਜੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆਟਾ ਗੁੰਨਣ ਵਾਲੀ ਮਸ਼ੀਨ।
ਹਾਂਜੀ।
ਇਹਦੇ 'ਚ 60-70 ਕਿਲੋ ਆਟਾ ਗੁੰਨਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ 'ਚ।
ਅੱਛਾ।
ਗੁੰਨ ਕੇ ਫਿਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਪਲਟੀ ਕਰਕੇ ਟੱਪ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਲੋਕ ਲੱਗੇ ਨੇ, ਲੋਕ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਫਿਰ ਟੱਪ ਨੂੰ ਆਟਾ ਕੱਢ ਦਈਦਾ, ਟੱਪ ਪਿਆ।
ਅੱਛਾ।
ਫਿਰ ਇਹਦੇ ਛੜੀਏ ਮੁੰਡਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਫੜ ਕੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਰਖਾ ਦਈਦਾ ਆ।
ਅੱਛਾ ਜੀ।
ਇੱਥੇ ਆਟਾ ਕੱਢ ਕੇ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਪਲਟੀ ਮਰਾ ਕੇ ਫਿਰ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਕੱਟ ਕੇ ਇਦਾਂ ਕਰਕੇ
ਥੋੜਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਫਿਰ ਪਾਉਂਦੇ।
ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਥੋੜਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਨਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਆ ਟੁਕੜੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਇੰਨੇ ਇਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਪਾਉਂਦੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ।
ਅੱਛਾ ਜੀ।
ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਫਿਰ ਇਹਦੇ ਜਰੀਏ ਇਹਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਰੂਲੇ ਲੱਗੇ ਨੇ ਬਲੇਡ, ਉਹ ਇਦਾਂ ਗੋਲ ਘੁੰਮਦੇ ਨੇ, ਉਹ ਫਿਰ ਆਟਾ ਗਾਂਹ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਆਹ ਸੈਂਸਰ ਲੱਗੇ ਨੇ, ਸੈਂਸਰ ਜਗਦਾ ਹੀ ਪੇੜਾ ਕੱਢਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਆ।
ਅੱਛਾ, ਆ ਵੇ।
ਹਾਂਜੀ, 3 ਲੈਵਲ ਨੇ, 3 ਵਾਰ ਘੁੰਮ ਕੇ ਤੀਜੀ ਵਾਰ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਦਾ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਬਾਹਰ ਨਿਕਲ ਜਾਂਦਾ। ਆਹ ਦੇਖੋ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਸੋਹਣੇ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਦੇ ਬਣ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, ਫੁੱਲ ਕੇ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਦਾ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ।
ਹਾਂ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ,
ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਦਾ ਫੁੱਲ ਕੇ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਇੱਕਦਮ।
ਬਹੁਤ ਸੋਹਣਾ।
Made by the machine. got nervous. He saw the big boy in it. He saw Karamveer.
That's Lal Killa. The reason why it's called Lal Killa because it's red in color. So that's where it said that Aurangzeb took out the fatwa for Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj to be beheaded, and the execution is done over here in Gurdwara Sis Ganj Sahib. Apparently back then Chandni Chowk was also one of the most busiest streets back then, and it is today here as well. It's very, very busy. Look at the number of people.
We are crossing. It's like being in Southall again. So, we have started a new vlog series and we've actually got a new vlogger with us on this trip. We introduced him a little bit earlier, but we haven't given him a proper introduction. So, with us on this trip, we got Bhai Palvinder Singh from Malaysia.
From what?
Malaysia.
Malaysia.
Sorry, I tried to give him an accent when I was saying that.
Malaysia.
So for those that don't know who Bhai Sahib is, he's been doing Seva with us for many years. Probably like what, 7-8 years?
Yeah, since that, yeah.
Yeah, I met Bhai Sahib for the first time in 2018 when he came to the UK, and then I was blessed to go, or maybe it was 2017 or 2018.
I think it was 2017. That's what I.
2017. Then in 2018, I came to Malaysia twice.
Yeah.
SEA representing Southeast Asia, and got to join in with some of the great seva they're doing out there. And about 2 years ago, you came full time.
Yeah, this is my second year.
Second year, has travelled the world.
Yeah.
He's been to many places. He's got many air miles on him.
Probably should do that, isn't it?
Tell us about yourself then. Tell us a bit more details of who you are, so the Sangat can get to know you a little bit better on the BOS channel, BOS TV.
After working for 10 years in the corporate world as a human resource manager, I've left the field and now I'm doing this seva. Maybe a little bit about myself previously. I've been in Sikhi since 2007, right? But I had a lot of interest in Sikhi was thanks to my grandfather, my Nanaji. When I was young, about 8 years old, that's how I started off doing Santhya, right? It was a long process because from 8 years old till I was 12, 13 years old, it was a full-time dedication that I had to give my playing time up, so I couldn't go places, so that's where I was just more of Santhya, the learning, doing kirtan, etc. And that's how I got the prerna, right? The encouragement from my grandfather. Maharaj Kripa now, after completing my Santhya by the age of 12, 13 years old, I used to take part in Khandapats. Of course, kirtan was part of it as well because we were asked, my grandfather, Mananaji, pushed us to learn kirtan, right? And I remember doing the same Shabbat 5 years. One of the Geni who stayed with us taught us 4 or 5 Shabbats, and we repeated that again and again for 5 years. The Sangha was so kind to listen to us, same thing.
What was the Shabbats that you
I can tell you, it's Darshan Dijay Khol Khiwar, Jo Mange Thakur Apne Te, Rakha Ek Hamara Swami, Charachlo Maro Gobind. Yeah, and that's another one. Literally, we would just rotate these Shabbats. But then it came to a point that, we told ourselves we need to do more, and that's how we started listening to Kirtan, and Mare Kirpanan, I started picking up other Ragis and started taking up those tunes. And in terms of Sikhi, I had interest in Sikhi, but initially I was Mona as well. I started keeping my hair at the age of 16 years old, right? And then slowly...
At 16 you kept your hair?
Yeah, 16.
So you'd already done all your Guru Granth Sahib Santhya as a Mona?
Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy, man.
So we even did a Khandapad, the youths back then, we did a Khandapad without having our case as well, but we had to tie a case. So that was a very, I would say, one of the memories that I'll always shine in myself. I will always remember that because I remember doing the Khandapad, we started at 8 o'clock in the morning, that was on a Friday. We finished it at 8 o'clock at night on a Sunday, which is very long, but my grandfather was like, no, chal koi na, tusi kar diya, kari jao.
This year in 2025 marks 350 years, and we're trying to carry out loads of different projects just to, spread the greatness of Guru Sahib Ji and, speak about what Guru Sahib Ji did, because what Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji achieved, that we mentioned at the start of this vlog series, it's huge. We've never heard of before and probably never happen again in the future. So can you just narrate what you think would have been the case if Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji hadn't done this? What would have been the state of the world right now? What do we think it could have been like? Why is this so important what Guru Sahib Ji did in their life, especially that last moment that we're going to remember this year of 350 150 years of their Shaheedi.
Yeah, I think it's pretty straightforward, right? If you think about it, that Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj did a very big parupakar for the whole world. It's just not for the Hindus, to be honest with you. It's for the whole world. Why? Think about it, that if this event did not happen, right? Do you think the Sangat or Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj would have said that I will make a Khalsa, I'll make such a panth where thousands or millions, they will stand on in the crowd. Think about it in that. And they are saying as well, Jay, agar na hote Guru Gobind Singh, ta sunat hoti. Now, if there was no Guru Gobind Singh Ji example, then they say Sarane Musliman ban jana, right? Everyone would be Islam would be the major religion in this world then. Right? Even look at this now, where India is today, right? They have got their Raj. And I think the face of history would have been different, right? I think that's how Guru Gobind Singh Ji got his inspiration from Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, and Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj actually laid.
And you mentioned something there about, of course, about Islam. And of course, you're not saying in the context of that we have a problem with people becoming Muslim. It's more the fact that they were being forced. Yep. So if it wasn't for our Guru Sahibaan, everybody would have been forced to convert. It wouldn't be through their own choice or free will, right?
Yeah, they don't have the freedom to practice their religion or to be who they are, right? Actually, and that's what the Guru believed in. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj believed everybody has the equal rights. Now we speak so much in this world, right? The equal rights. And Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj then laid that foundation that no, everyone has their equal right? Even the Kashmir. And Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj wanted to end ego of Aurangzeb, that you can't force somebody to change their religion just because you want them. That's how I look at how Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj impacted this world, to be honest with you. Just not India, the whole world.
And last question for you before we end this small segment is, what do you think are the biggest challenges we're going to face on this journey that we're embarking on for the next 2-3 weeks?
I think the number one challenge is going to be food.
He rang me. I spoke to Palvinder Singh before he came. He goes, bro, everything's fine, but just one thing, food, man, because I'm a foodie. I need my food. I think the biggest challenge that I feel that we're going to face, besides the general traveling, is, are we going to be able to do justice to this vlog or documentary series, what we want to call it? Are we going to be able to capture everything that we need to capture? Are we going to be able to articulate the horse and share this with the Sangat and inspire them to want to come to India and inspire them to want to learn about the Gurus and build that connection? So I think that's the main thing that I'd love to achieve from this trip. This story of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji is the reason why we're all sitting in this car today, because of this story of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. Bhai Gurdwara Singh Ji kept his case, took Amrit and started this Seva. So it's because of that we are here today, and it is our duty to now spread this message to the world that ultimately has brought us three together in this car right now to attempt to do this Seva. Our journey has now begun in India. After doing Ardaas for Guruji's blessings at Gurdwara Sis Ganj Sahib, we now head to the start of our journey, the sacred birthplace of Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, Sri Amritsar Sahib.
Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib, 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 Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib.
We're here right now in Sri Amritsar Sahib, the famous city for Sikhs, famous for Sri Harmandir Sahib, Sri Darbar Sahib, in today's world, the Golden Temple. But if you didn't know this, Sri Amritsar Sahib is famous for many different things and many different asthans as well. Right now we're at Guru Ki Mehal. This is the Prakash Asthan of Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj. Over 400 years ago in 1621, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj took Prakash here at this Asthan.
Maharaj Ji did tap here as well. There's a Thara Sahib in the back of the Gurdwara here. And apparently based on the Granthis here, in the olden days, there was Maharaj's Khadawa and Maharaj's Pida here as well.
Oh wow.
Which has now been Gupt.
The reason for Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj taking Prakash here is that this Asthan was set up by our 3rd/4th Guru. So interestingly, a lot of our Guru Sahiban have come here. Siddhi Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, Siddhi Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji came to his Tarti, to this land, even before Siddhi Amritsar Sahib, the city was established, even Harmandir Sahib. They'd visited this place on multiple occasions. I remember reading once that Siddhi Kartarpur Sahib, which is in Pakistan, is on one side, Khadur Sahib is on the other side, Amritsar Sahib is in the middle, and they would meet here, Guru Nanak Dev Ji and Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, and go for walks and speak, about Parameshwar Guru Ji. Then they'd go back to their, their respective places. And then Guru Ardaas Ji Maharaj Ji, they actually started to establish the city where they sent Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj Ji, the 4th Guru, to become in the future, and Baba Buddha Sahib Ji, where they set up the Sarovar. They started digging the mitti, they found the place for Amritsar Sahib, Harmandir Sahib, and then also Santok Sahib as well. So after Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Ji completed the Seva, after them, Guru Hargobind Singh Ji took Prakash not too far from here, Vidali Pind, which is probably like an hour from here, maybe?
Yeah, it's a bit out from here.
Just outside. And then Guru Hargobind Singh Ji Maharaj Ji came here, and that's where Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji took Prakash in this area. So, and they were the 5th son. So Guru Hargobind Singh Ji Maharaj Ji had 5 sons and 1 daughter. The eldest was Baba, then it was Baba Ani Rai Ji, and Baba Atal Rai Ji, Baba Surajmal Ji, and Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj, and Bibi Vido Ji was a daughter as well. So Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji was the youngest of 5 sons, and this is where they took Prakash here in Guru Ki Mehal. And very interestingly, the Prakash took place at Amrita Vela, which is written by Sant Guru Bachan Singh Ji, Sawa Pahar. So around 3-4 o'clock in the morning, they took Prakash. And when Guru Hargobind Singh Ji Maharaj Ji heard the news, they were actually at Sidi Akaal Takhat Sahib. So Guru Hargobind Singh Ji Maharaj Ji, alongside by Jetha Ji, they came to Guru Ki Mehal. When they saw Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji for the first time, they actually Mata Ganga, they actually bowed in the feet of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. What was the reason for that?
So it's because Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji Maharaj knew Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj is going to be the 9th form of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, and from Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj, their son Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj is going to do a big carriage for the Panth and for the world as well. So Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj gave his head for the Hindu Chadar, right? Being the Hindu Chadar, Maharaj gave his head for the Hindus, for the humanity as well, right? So if Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj, just imagine this, if Maharaj did not give his head, probably we all would have converted to Muslims as well, right? So this is a big thing that Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj did during the time of Aurangzeb.
It was by Bidhi Chandji that actually asked the question, why are you Matha taking? And as Bhai Sahib Ji said, it was Guru Sahib Ji seeing the future of what Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji is going to do for the Panth, and then their son as well, Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. Now we're going to head over to Sidi Akaal Takhat Sahib and Sidi Harmandir Sahib, where this story continues, where now Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji is brought by their Mata Ji, being Mata Nanaki Ji, to the Sarovar. Hukamnama is taken from Sri Darbar Sahib by Baba Buddha Sahib Ji, Ardaas is done, and then they go to Akaal Takhat Sahib to see their Pitaji. So we'll see you there.
Kya upma teri akhi aaye, tu sarbe pur rahya livlaye, kaun ko paaye tari sab dhar di jal agni ka band kiya. Kaun ko paaye tari sab dhar di jal agni ka band kiya. Andale jaise mood kutaya.
So we just come to Akaal Takhat Sahib now, and this is the Asthan at which Mata Ganga Ji, when Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji took Prakash, she actually brought Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji here, and from the Amrit Jal in the Sarovar, she actually pilared them Amrit at that time. And a few days later, the Dasiya of Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji, like the servants, they actually brought Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji here to Takhat Sahib whilst Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji was sitting on the throne, and they're known as Miri Piri de Malik, right? The true talwar that Guru Sahib Ji would carry. And what happened then was that Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji was just a child, and the Dasi was holding Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. The Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji went to hold Guru Sahib Ji's, the handles, the mut of Guru Sahib Ji's talwara, and they held on so tight that obviously she panicked and she started to pull Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji away, but Guru Sahib Ji's grip was so strong that she was unable to, and Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji, laughed at the time. Muskulake Guru Sahib Ji says that one day, this child will be very brave with the sword, and going forward in the future, then even their son, who's Guru Gobind Singh Ji, will be even braver, or as brave with the sword as well. So that Ardaas took place here at Sidi Takhat Sahib.
Just to add on as well, remember this, the earlier Gurdwara Guru came here, we were talking about, in that Asthan, all the Sahibzade and of Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji Maharaj, the kids of Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji Maharaj was born, except for Baba Guru Tegh Ji, and Bibi Viro Ji's Ananda Karaj preparation was done there. Unfortunately, they had to go somewhere else near Thara Sahib to have the Ananda Karaj done.
Yeah.
Right. So it's interesting how this Ithihas, this area is connected with Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji Maharaj, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj. It's like their hometown.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you were saying earlier, it said there that 58 years, right?
Yes, 58 years. Guru Ke Mehal actually had the opportunity where the Guru served, or the Guru walked on this earth for 58 years.
Wow.
Guru Ramdas Ji, Guru Arjan Dev Ji, Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji Maharaj.
So this is the Amrit Sarovar in which Mata Ganga Ji pilared the Amrit Jal to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj here. And there's so much at the heart of this, this whole Asthan in terms of Guru Nanak Ji Maharaj Ji came. I remember reading a story at the house where Guru Nanak Ji Maharaj Ji came with Bhai Balaji and Bhai Mardana Ji and the Kirtan here. And there was like a pond at that time. So and now look, it's a massive Sarovar, right? And how did that Seva take place? So Guru Ardaas Ji Maharaj Ji sent Guru Ramdas Ji, Bhai Sahib Ji. They came here, they gave them like a few ishari of a few signs of what to look out for, and they started the Seva, right? And who was a part of that Seva at that time?
And at that point of time, Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj was there, Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj was there, of course, and then Baba Buddha Ji was there, and then I'm assuming Bhai Gurdas Ji would have been the same as well.
Yeah.
Right? And of course, Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj's Mehal, right? They would have been here. These are the main Sikhs at that point of time who would have come with Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj. The first thing was to come and live here.
Yeah.
Guru Ke Mehal, which is Guru Ramdas Ji's house first.
Yeah.
Baad which then that's how they progressed to build the Darshani Deori.
Yeah.
Because it's from Darshani Deori they used to see where the construction of Harmandir Sahib was happening, and they were digging the Amrit Sarovar as well.
What's this Asthan then, in terms of the Seva, Baba Buddha Sahib Ji?
So we're speaking about Baba Buddha Sahib Ji. This is where Baba Buddha Sahib Ji would sit down and look after the construction that's happening over here. And Baba Ji would sit under this tree.
Why, Guru?
Simran karde si, they would do Simran and look after the construction or overlook how things are done over here.
I think one of my favorite Sakya of Baba Buddha Sahib Ji also is when Baba Buddha Sahib Ji came here and they would do the Seva, and there was a Vizier Khan from Guru Arjan Dev Ji's time. And he had this disease, I think it's called odemia, where his organs was filled with water. He had so much pain. And where he lived, there was a Sikh who do Sukuni Sada part. When he'd walk for the gully, when he had the Sukuni Sada part, he had so much Shanti, and the dukh was taken away. So every day the Sikh would Sana Siri Sukuni Sada part to him. And then he said to them that, this pain has been taken away, but the pani in my body is still there. And he said, you need to go to Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Guru Maharaj Ji, the past jaake, they can help you. So when they came to visit Guru Arjan Dev Ji, the car Seva was happening, and Guru Arjan Dev Ji, like all our Guru Sahiban, being that form of nimrata, humility, Guru Arjan Dev said, go to Baba Buddha Sahib Ji. So I can imagine Baba Buddha Sahib Ji, wherever they were, in my head, they were over here somewhere. They're doing car Seva, they're watching the car Seva, they're doing the car Seva. And Baba Buddha Ji is so engrossed in the Seva, and this Vizier Khan and turns over like, can you help me? And Baba Buddha Ji's like, leave me alone, I'm trying to do seva. And he's almost like pestering Baba Buddha Ji. And Baba Buddha Sahib Ji had a tokri and they had like a basket. And they just tapped it into his stomach. And they said like, just, leave me alone. And when they tapped him with the tokri, all the pani came out of him. And I was like, look how much Shakti was even in the tokri of the Guru's home. Obviously through Babaji Rahi, that they were able to take away
the pain of
and that's it. Through Bani, Simran, Seva and Sangat, everything can be taken away.
I think because Baba Buddha Ji himself was a Brahmagyan, he had darshan of 6 Guru, even the 7th Guru as well.
Yeah.
And 8 because Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji was
ninth,
born.
yeah, there you go. So many Gurus, ninth Guru, yeah. So blessed, right? So yeah, there's so much at the house here, and we're actually walking towards another Asthan now, Dukh Panjani Bedi. What is the significance of Dukh Panjani Bedi? What is Dukh Panjani Bedi?
So basically the word itself, Dukh Panjani. So this is where anyone who has any dukha, they would come here and do Ishnan. So this is the significance of Dukh Panjani Bedi. If I'm not mistaken, what's the name? Bibi Rajani Ji?
Yes, very famous story.
So the story of Bibi Rajani Ji, where she left her husband who had leprosy, right? She left him to go and get some food or water for him. And when she came back, the husband actually saw crows going into the sarovar and coming out white. So
back then it was just a pond, right?
Yeah, it was just a pond. So they went in to dig the crows, and when they came out, they were white, right? So that's where when she came back, and she was shocked and said, who are you? And he goes like, I'm your husband. And like, no, my husband is a leprosy. And he goes, no, I got healed by having Ishnan in this sarovar.
Yeah.
Right. So that's where this very place, it's well known for that Sakhi.
Yeah.
And this, if you can look today, I saw people come here with so much of faith and shraddha to come and do Ishnan over here, doing Ardaas to Ramdas Ji Maharaj Sada vi dukh katao.
And there's a famous Shabad in Gurbani, Amritsar Satguru Satavadi, Jithe Nate Kowa Hansa Ho Hai. Those that come to city Amritsar Amritsar, Jithe Nate, those who bathe here, Hansa Kowa Hansa Ho Hai. If they're like a crow, they can become like a swan again. So this is the Asthan where people come to and they do Ishnan, male or female, any faith. Well, they can do Ishnan here and that dukh be taken away.
Yeah.
It's known as Sat Tirath as well, right? Like where in India the people would go to the 68 different places of pilgrimage to become purified. Guru Sahib says you need to go to those places. Itya Ishnan karo, Bani paro, Naam japo, and it can all be taken away by coming here. And there was another famous Sakhi of Bhai Palvinder Ji. Because when, it's a very long story, I won't go into all of it, but when they did India of Guru Sahib Ji, of all the Guru Sahib before Guru Arjan Dev Ji and Guru Arjan Dev Ji, and they made a mistake, they were sent away. When they brought back by Ladda Ji, they actually came to Dukh Panjani Bedi and they did Ishnan, and they read Ram Tili Ki War as well. That's where the Ustati of Guru Sahib Ji, Tana Tana Ram Das Guru Tine Savariya. So that is Itihas that took place here. And here by Sahib, there's actually another Asthan. Right next to Dukh Panjani Bedi on the other side. It's like a platform, like a Thara Sahib or something.
I think a lot of people would actually miss this. I'm not sure if anyone realize or observe it. This is where basically they used to have satsang over here. That's what I know.
Okay, and I know here, this is where when Guru Sahib Ji bought the Poti Sahibs back from Baba Mohan Ji, they actually bought the Poti Sahibs to this Asthan here, and they put the Poti Sahibs on there. And what is written in Surya Prakash, if I remember correctly, is that Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, I think they gave this say to Baba Buddha, Seva to Baba Buddha Sahib at that time. And where this Thara Sahib is right now, they did Kirtan all night, like a Ransama Kirtan that took place here. And then these Poti Sahibs were taken from here to Ramsar Sahib. And at Ramsar Sahib, so the Potis came from Gurdwara Sahib originally, from Baba Mohan Ji giving them to Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. And they were brought here. The Seva was the Seva of Chowk Sahib Seva was the Kirtan happened. Then they took it to Ramsar Sahib. The Seva was completed of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji, and then Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj was brought to Sri Harmandir Sahib, where they were placed on their throne. And the first Hukamnama Sahib that came as well. What does that mean?
the work of a Santa, right? Maharaji comes, Vaiguruji comes and help them in that particular in that very situation.
Vaiguru.
Kam karavan aaya, and all of those works, the works of the Santa is all done by Vaiguruji themselves.
Why Guru?
Yeah.
So it was such a powerful shabad. The first ever Hukamnama Sahib that came from Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj here at Sidi Harmandir Sahib in the Darbar Sahib was done here, and that was the shabad by Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Fingers in Suhi Dog, Santa ke Karaj Aap Khloya. Again, Har Kam Karavar Aira, why Guruji came themselves. Now, another big thing that took place in it, the house was Baba Deep Singh Ji. Such a Mahan Guru Sikh, right? I'd written 5 sloops of Guru Tegh Sahib Ji.
4 in Gurumukhi and 1 in Arabi or Farsi, you can say.
Hanji. And Baba Ji actually, when the Amritsar Abdali and his men had come and taken over the Darbar Sahib, filled this sarovar with mitti, animal feces and whatever there was at that time. Is Baba Deep Singh Ji that came all the way from Takhat, Damdama Sahib, which we're going to visit later on in these vlogs. And Baba Ji came with warriors, and they fought. And this is where Babaji was firing off. They took Babaji's head off, and Babaji took their head off.
It was simultaneously happened.
Simultaneously, and then what happened was one of the Guru Sikhs said to him that you gave a pran that you were going to give your head at Sidi Darbar Sahib in Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj's charan. And what happened? What did Babaji do at that time?
He picked up his head and he walked and said, "Let's go." And that's when Jakare, they Gunj, the sing was in Chandi club, and they saw Babaji's head in his hand. Babaji carried his head, and Babaji then walked all the way here. And he matha take his head over here, and that's why he left his sareer.
There's cards here happening now, but I'm sure there's like a nishani on the floor where they say that's where Babaji cease laid down, maybe somewhere near where the Golak area is now. And even in 1984, when there was an attack on Sidi Darbar Sahib, it was actually here where they say that the tanks couldn't go any forward, right?
This is where the tanks went submerged into the floor and they couldn't move forward. And it was Babaji's kirpa. So
Babaji Shakti. So that was the Asthan of Baba Deep Singh Ji that we just went past, where again they were unable to go forward. Gyani Moor Singh Ji, Bibi Satnam Kaur, Bibi Vaiguru Kaur Ji, that Parivar, they actually went. I did the Seva as well, of keeping the sanctity of the Darbar Sahib to the
They're
best.
so blessed, man.
100%, bro.
So this place is also known as Arsat Tirath, the one earlier. The reason being because Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj uchara kar this pankti Arsat Tirath je sadhava bhagatar hai, meaning that the place where the saints get together and do sangat, it is equivalent to the 68 pilgrimage that people go to do Ishnaan to remove their sins. Maharaj say utte jaan di lor nahi, ethe aao is equivalent to 68 Tirath.
And people may ask the question like, why the Darbar Sahib? There's other places we can go to. There are Tiraths as well. You make classes as Tirath. But Guru said, he's made it clear in Gurbani that Tirath na avana jao, Tirath naam hai. Tirath shabad vichar antar gyan hai. That where there is naam, where there is Gurbani Vichar, where there's Kirtan, where people are coming and doing Abhyas. We hear about Mahapurush in the past sitting on the roof of the Darbar Sahib, and they would do like Savalak Jap or different Baniya, and there's Kirtan happening here 24/7. So it's not like any other place, that we cannot say that it's similar. Here the amount of Nam Abhyas is happening, it is so much. And there's a famous Shabad that comes to Gurbani by Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, Ditte Sabbe Tha, Nahi to the Jay here. That the way I look at that myself is that like there's so many places in the world that someone could go to, but Nahi to the Jay, there's nothing like this Asthan. And even in that case about Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj Ji, that I've been everywhere in the world, but there's no like Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj Ji. This is the home of Guru Ramdas Ji as well. There's a lot of famous trees that are around the City Darbar Sahib. This one over here, city, I think it's Lachi Bedi. This is where Guru Arjan Dev Ji would sit when the Akaal say would happen, but also this is where Pai Sukhan Pai Mata Singh Ji, when they chopped Masaranga's head off, they tied their horses to this tree as well. And what's this tree by here?
So this is where Maharaja Ranjit Singh Ji used to be an Imli da Butta, was it?
Yeah.
It's an Imli da Butta, and unfortunately now it's dried up. This is where when Maharaja Ranjit Singh Ji was given tankha by the Panther, he was tied at this same tree and he was slashed. So this is where this
he was actually slashed, was he?
It's whipped.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then now we have Akaal Tak Sahib on our left as well. This is where Siddhi Guru Hargobind Singh Ji Maharaj Ji, original is Akaal Bunga Sahib. This is where they started the Takht. right? You could say, which came later on, this power, this temple power that was started by the Guru after the Shaheedi of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. Baba Buddha Sahib Ji and Bhai Gurdwara Ji helped with the seva of creating Akaal Takhat Sahib.
Akaal Takhat Sahib, Hanji. And the first Granthi for Akaal Takhat Sahib or Jathedar was by Gurdwara Ji himself.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So Baba Buddha Sahib Ji was the first Granthi of Sri Darbar Sahib. Bhai Gurdwara Ji was that of Akaal Takhat Sahib.
Yeah.
We have the two Nishan Sahibs that we just walked past as well, symbolizing the media and the PD, the spiritual and you could say the temple, the worldly power, the Khalsa, the section holder, the Guru holds, showing both sides of of a coin basically, right?
Darbar Sahib has 4 doors, right? Everyone's welcome over here. And over here you've got Langar 24 hours that's going on over here. Anybody who comes, say anytime you have Langar, right? So hey, Mara de Kirpaya.
The family of Guru Ramdas Ji, the Sodhi ones. Was the Shabad Betha
Sodhi Pasha,
so
Ramdas Guru Akaal.
Like the king of the Sodhi ones, Guru Ramdas Ji, Sodhi Sultan. And what a beautiful family. And we're part of that family. Right? We're from that lineage of Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj. So what a great family to be part of.
It's an amazing place.
That was the tour, 360 tour of City Darbar Sahib. And we're very lucky because we don't just have Bhai Palvinder Singh here, who's come from Malaysia, which we're going to introduce in a bit in more detail. But we actually got Bhai Resham Singh and Bhai Mandeep Singh here as well. If you just saw from the Virasti podcast that we did, that came out a couple of months ago. And already we're walking and every 30 seconds we're getting stopped because they're looking at something and saying, oh, that looks Purat, that looks like from back in the day. So what are you guys doing out here in India as well?
We're just hijacking your trip, aren't we? But mainly the motive of the trip is to go and see the working cattle. But we're here in Amritsar, so we're looking around and trying to find some Puratana stands that are still standing. Obviously the natural one is Baba Atal. But we're just now walking to Gurdwara Deori. But this is the one in the bazaar.
Okay, it's not the one that's right outside the Sri Harmandir side.
Yeah, no, it's not. So Darshan Deori literally means like the Darshani gateway, so the place from which you get Darshan. So obviously the Darshani Deori at Harmandir Sahib is the gateway from which you cross the bridge, the pull to get to Harmandir Sahib. That's why it's called that. But this Gurdwara is called Darshani Deori because it's the spot from which Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji first used to get Darshan of Harmandir Sahib when they were coming from Guru Ke Mehal. Yeah. So this would have been the journey that the Guru Sahiban took from that place to Harmandir Sahib, and then this Gurdwara is the spot from which they could first see Harmandir Sahib. And
it's crazy because now when you're walking in the gulliya, you could not spot this if you didn't have the eye, you were just going shopping, right?
If you were looking down, you would just see jewellery shops and you wouldn't necessarily know what was there. It's only if you're looking upwards you can see a frescoed bridge, and then there's a Gurdwara built on top of it, which we'll see in a minute. Amritsar's like that. There's loads of gulliya. If you're not looking, you might miss something.
From here, right now, you say that Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj have darshan of Sri Harmandir Sahib.
Spot,
Obviously today that's not the case because of all it's so built up, right?
That's right. But if we go inside the Gurdwara, the Gyaniji there has very kindly opened up the Gurdwara and we can actually see the viewpoint where you can see the Ramgadiya Bunga. So we're going to have a look at that now.
So all the Guru Sahiban after Guru Arjan Dev Ji, Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji will come in and have darshan of the Darbar Sahib before going there.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing.
A gold gilt panel showing the Das Guru Sahiban at Gurdwara Deori.
Do you know how old it is?
It's difficult to say, but I've seen a picture of this from at least maybe 80 to 100 years ago, so it's old.
Wow.
There's a picture of a Granthi sitting here giving out prasad some years back.
So we're just climbing the stairs of Gurdwara Darshan Deori. Usually it's not open, so we're quite lucky it's open right now. So from the first floor, we can come outside onto this balcony and have darshan. You can see one of the towers there right ahead. If we head to the top floor, we get a better view.
Standing at the top of Gurdwara Deori, and if you look straight that way, you can actually see the Rangadiya Bunga. So it's only from this height now that you can see that direct darshan that maybe Maharaj had when they used to come through this way to see Harmandir Sahib.
This is probably similar to the darshan that Guru Sahib Ji would have had at that time. Seva by Mandeep Singh, aka Khalsi. We just gone to this Gurdwara Sahib Darshan Deori. How was it?
It was amazing. It's really nice to see the old architecture of Amritsar as well. You can see a lot's been knocked down, but as you get deeper into the galiyan, it's like a window into the past. So with this Gurdwara Darshan Deori, it was really nice to see the old architecture. It had old frescoes as well, as well as the glass and the mirror, the shisha in the ceilings as well.
How old do you think this Asthan is in terms of the designs you've been speaking about?
So
Roughly.
with the frescoes, it would be around 200 years old, 250.
Okay.
And that's in comparison with all the other artworks that we've seen in and around Amritsar as well. So we're talking about Sikh Raj period is when all of these frescoes would have been done during the time of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, where a lot of this artwork flourished. So it's amazing to see that there are still surviving examples here today to see.
First time you've been inside? Usually it's locked, right?
Yeah, it's the first time I've been inside these galiyan really. Usually when I come to Amritsar, it's just going straight to Darbar Sahib, do Darshan and then go away to do whatever we're here to do. This is the first time I'm actually walking in and around Amritsar with the lens of, Virasti, Asthan, Seva and all the history that I've been learning throughout my time reading all the books. So it's amazing to actually put that learning or see that learning firsthand. Of all the photographs we've seen in the past, all the books that we've read, all the sort of websites that we go on to see all these Pratana Asthans and everything. It's a combination of all of that and just seeing it firsthand, which is amazing.
Kirpa, and now you can see that we've just come to this. The Akaal Takht Sahib is behind us right now, so from Darshan Deori is not too far from Akaal Takht Sahib. And now we're going to head over to Baba Atal Ji's Asthan on the other side. Again, these are not necessarily linked with Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, but Baba Atal Ji is Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji's brother, like we mentioned earlier. And we're going to go to Asthan. Baba Atal Ji actually left their body. So interestingly, of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji's brothers, which were 5, 2 of them actually left their bodies earlier in their life. One was Baba Atal Ji and one was Baba Gurdwara Ji. And they actually left their bodies because they brought another being back to life. Baba Gurdwara Ji, who was hunting one day, and they brought an animal back to life. And Guru Hargobind said, a life for a life, basically. If you want to bring a life back, you have to give a life. So Baba Gurdwara Ji left their body at an early age as well. Baba Suraj Mal Ji and Baba Aniraj Ji will discuss later on when it comes to the Gurta Gaddi being passed on. What was kind of the situation at that time with who's going to get the Gurta Gaddi. And interestingly, it went to none of them. None of the sons actually went to the grandson. It went to Guru Hardas Sahib Ji, who is the son of the eldest Guru, Baba Gurdwara Ji. So Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji's eldest son is Baba Gurdwara Ji, and their son Guru Hardas Sahib Ji became the next Guru. So that's a lot. But now we go to Baba Atal Ji's Asthan just to have a look around a little bit.
इस मन को बसंत की लगे न सोए मन का बसंत की लगे न सोए इस मन को बसंत
So we are standing here at
Baba Atal Ji's Asthan, and it was interesting because Bhai Sahib Ji just chara some day because he's such a Paropakari Guru Sikh. But what's there's actually Mahanata behind this, right?
Yeah, so when Baba Atal Ji left his body, Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj gave so many bakshishas, and Maharaj Ji even said that those people who come to Darbar Sahib, their yatra is not complete until they come to Baba Atal Ji and Mata Ganga Ji's Asthan. So a lot of people come here, especially those people with dukha, and if there's anything that you need, Maharaj ne kaise muh mangya murada pure hongiyan. That means whatever you ask for, Baba Atal Ji will be able to give you that.
Right, Guru.
Though Guru Sahib is Sarvakala Sampuran, Maharaj Ji is a giver of everything, but Maharaj wanted to give Vadiyai to the Guru Sikhs as well.
Right.
This, in this case, his son. And Maharaj Ji said, Jede bhi athi kara prashadi karange, they do Ardaas, Maharaj kande ummu mangya muradan puri karenge.
Who gave this bachan? Guru Gobind Singh Ji?
Hargobind
Oh, Guru. So their son is there.
Yeah, Guru Hargobind Singh Ji Maharaj.
Kirpa. So make sure, again, not the idea of don't just come for Darshan at Harmandir Sahib. If that's the only thing you can do, that's great. But this, and this is right next door, right?
It's just next door. Yeah, if you walk straight this way, we'll come to Langar Sahib.
The main the Langar Sahib, the main Jora Kar, it's literally left of the Jora Kar, walking away from the Darbar Sahib. So make sure you guys come, do Ardaas, and Guru Kirpa rakhe.
They marbled over the frescoes, which is why they look the way they do, right? Oh. So this whole thing was covered in marble, and they took the marble off, but they've just left it. Can you see how far the marble's sticking out, right? Yeah. That's because there was marble columning in front of it. So that's how you know. And then that inscription tells you some at 1950 something. So that's 1900s, which is when this marbling was done. But that inscription above the door, that's older. That was like 1881. So the doors and things were done at a different time.
So why did it take out the marble then?
Because it was never marbled. The whole structure is not marbled, you see. If you go up there, that's plastered with paint. So although Dura, you think it's a marbled structure, it never was. The marble was put on later. But then obviously when it was taken off, the frescoes underneath were in this condition. So it's interesting. It's been through like 3 or 4 different iterations, just this level of the building. And so we're in Baba Atal Rai on the first floor. So if you look at this fresco here, you can see Sri Baba Atal Rai Ji sat in the middle, Guru Hargobind's son. And it's depicting the very famous Sakhi where Baba Atal brought his friend Mohan back to life, sort of in a playful manner. He was playing with his friend, and when his friend didn't come the following day, he found him lying down and sort of said Mohan Uth Ja, and brought Mohan back to life. So you can see Mohan di Mata, Mohan da Pita, and so it's just basically telling the whole Sakhi of Baba Atal, which this Gurdwara commemorates. That Baba Atal then, because he brought back Mohan, Guru Hargobind then gave that bachan to them that he would have to trade his own life so as not to go against the hukum. And so that's why Baba Atal then in his bachpan, in his youth, gave up his own life to correct that. And this 9-story Gurdwara was then built quite some time later to commemorate that. And they say that the 9 manzils, the 9 levels, commemorates the 9 years of their life. But this Gurdwara is also famous because it's the tallest structure in Amritsar. Obviously it has all these Janam Sakhi paintings of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. The ground floor used to have many more frescoes that were lost due to tiling work and destruction over time. But those frescoes used to show the darbars of Guru Har Krishan, Guru Tegh Bahadur, the Battle of Muktsar, and even the lineage of Baba Buddha Ji, which is really interesting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Guru Hargobind Singh Ji gave 5 different var to Baba Atal Rai Ji at that time. So the first one, as you can see, ke sare shahar naal ucha tera darbar hovega, that in this whole city, your darbar, your Asthan will be the highest of all. And if you look at all the Asthans here, Baba Atal Rai Ji's Asthan, Gur Asthan is the highest. Amritsar aaye yatru di yatra tere dar te matha teken te hi safal hovegi. That if anybody comes to Amritsar Sahib, their yatra, it will be safal if they come and do matha tek. This is what Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji said, tere dar to sangata muh mangya murada paan gya. That whoever comes here, whatever desire that they have, whatever they ask for, that will come true. And then tere dar to lord vand prashada shakan ge, whoever comes here and is in need of support, in need of langar, they'll come here and gain that. And then finally tenu is shahar da mukhi thapya hai, jo antam samay tera dhyan tarega, tere charna vich avega. That your Asthan is the Mukh Asthan here, Mukhi Asthan here, the highest Asthan that we mentioned earlier. So Guru Sahib Ji has said that again, and they've said that whoever remembers you at the end, they will go with you basically. And it's interesting because you're speaking to somebody here, even upon this point as well, Guru Sahib Ji said that your bachan is Atal, that you remain till the end, Atal. And they said that, and also what is her name? Atal as well, Baba Atal Rai Ji. Like we said, Jugo Jug Atal. So here we can see ourselves, Guru Hargobind Singh Ji Maharaj Ji diya bakshisha dinal with their blessings that they gave to their son, because they stayed in Guruji's hukum at the end, right? They accepted Guruji's hukum, and Guru Hargobind Singh Ji is so proud of them, maybe not proud, but very pleased with them. Guru Sahib Ji gave them these bakshisha. And yeah, so make sure, and now I know, because maybe 1 or 2 years I skipped Baba Atal Rai Ji's Asthan. Now I know, okay, Har ek saal, if Guru Sahib Ji bless us have darshan, ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਮੱਥਾ ਟੇਕਣਾ at Baba Ji's Asthan, and then we asked for a few things as well, right? Obviously, Sikhi taur te, but we are, we live in the world, and sometimes we ask for worldly things as well, but hopefully it's those things that bring us closer to Guru Sahib Ji.
Which is a shop here just behind Darbar Sahib. It's owned by Satpal Danish, and it used to be him and his older brother. But they were the grandsons of Bhai Gyan Singh Nakash, who you may remember we talked about in the podcast. Bhai Gyan Singh Nakash was one of the foremost painters who did wall fresco painting in Darbar Sahib. So on the first floor of Harmandir Sahib, where you see the Sukhmani Sahib Panktiyan, he was responsible for that. His son, G.S. Sohan Singh, was a very renowned painter himself, and many of the paintings you will have seen in Gurke, even in Gurdwara, are his paintings. And so they are G.S. Sohan Singh's sons, and they've got a very large repertoire of photographs and old paintings and a lot of history. And Satpal Danish himself was a photographer who worked for the Associated Press of France and BBC, and he took a lot of the photos that we see of Virasti and everything that happened there, but also of a lot of the Puratan Asthans. Many of the photos you've seen of like Ramsar and all these sorts of places are his photographs. So yeah, that's who we just met, and it was a good meeting. During Virasti, Sant Janel Singh Ji told him to train somebody in the Jatha to take photographs. I think he said, was it Sundar Singh? Sundar Singh. And this Singh learned in about a day how to take a photograph. And then he took the photographs of many of the Singhs that will go on to become Shaheed. So yeah, it's all very interesting, this history.
Did you get what you're looking for?
Not yet. Not yet. But no. It's always you learn a lot about these people. I went there specifically to pick their brains on the history of Seva Panthis, because their family has a long-standing connection with like the Sattogali Wale Mahapurush and even the Nirmal Mahapurush, like Sant Dalal Singh. So that's why they have the paintings like Sant Uttam Singh, Sant Dalal Singh. So we're going to meet them again later to go through some of those pictures.
And what's cool also is he took a picture of us.
Yeah, so Karanveer with his who's behind the camera, he asked Satpal Singh Ji, who himself is a formidable photographer, to take a photo with your camera. So now your camera's been blessed, I guess.
Good job. I can claim I've got a picture.
That's right, you can say taken by Satpal Danish.
Joining us on this journey were our special guests, Dr. Resham Singh Ji and Bhai Mandeep Singh Ji, who are actively involved in Virasti Asthan Seva. Together we made a short detour to Gurdwara Baba Bikrama Singh Bedi, a historic site where a descendant of Siddhi Guru Nanak Dev Ji was imprisoned for standing against British rule. So we just finished at City Amritsar Sahib. Some extra parts we forgot to mention about Guru Ki Mehal. Again, Guru Sahib Ji going up there, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj. And we mentioned the Sakhi when Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji went with the Dasi to City Akaal Sahib, and as a young child, as a baby, in that respect, they held on to Guru Sahib Ji's handles of their talwara. And interestingly, if we didn't mention it earlier, that's one source which says that that's where Guru Hargobind Singh Ji named their child Tegh Bahadur. And Mata Nanak Ji was so pleased with this name because Mata Ji knew, and this is quite a cool point, that Mata Ji knew how much love Guru Hargobind Singh Ji had for Shastra. So in that case, Mata Ji knew how much love that Guru Hargobind Singh Ji had for Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji as well, since they named him after Tegh Bahadur, being brave with the sword. So the Sangat would then come and have darshan of Guru Hargobind Singh Ji every single day, but they'll also have darshan of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, and the Sangat would be so pleased seeing them. Even, when they were in their young age, 5 years old, 10 years old, it's written that Guru Sahib Ji do a lot of bhakti, right? They'll spend like 5 days just going into the jungles and doing bhakti and coming back. And Mata Nanak Ji, their mother, was very concerned because Mata Ji thought that they'd be like other kids, right? They'd go out, they'd play, they would be educate in that way, get a job and so on. So she had a lot of these concerns and she would go to Guru Hargobind Singh Ji with these concerns, but Guru Hargobind Singh Ji always made it clear that there's nothing to worry about, that, you know, this child is special. And she saw that herself because Guru Hargobind Singh Ji, when the Sangh would come in and Matha Tek, Guru Sahib Ji's 5 Sahibzade, their 5 sons, we mentioned it earlier, they all come and Matha Tek to Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji. But when Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji would Matha Tek, Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji would tell them to sit next to them. So Mataji saw how special, this, you could say in that respect, like special treatment that was given to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. And on another occasion, she asked, because what Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji did was that Guru Sahib Ji held Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji's seized their head against their chest, right? So they, against their own chest, they would hug Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. And Mataji would ask, why do you show so much love to Tegh Bahadur Ji in that case? And Guru Sahib Ji said, okay, one day that this head of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, their cease, is going to be such that it's going to hold the weight of the whole of Hind, of the whole of this land, that they're going to be like the pillar that holds up this whole country, this whole region, and of the Hindu faith as well in that respect. So Guru Sahib Ji is giving these Pavikra Bachan about what's going to happen in the future. And it's also written that Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji had so much Shraddha within Guru Ki Mehal, or wherever that was in Sri Akaal Sahib, that Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj would always be standing waiting for Guru Hargobind Singh Ji Maharaj to come. They would serve Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji, they would serve the Sangat, and they would do malish of Guru Sahib Ji's charan as well. And when they would sit with Guru Hargobind Singh Ji Maharaj Ji, Guru Sahib Ji would give them so much upadesh on gyan, on true spiritual knowledge, and that those conversations would take place between Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj and Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji. And there was many other things that come in at the house at that time. We talked with the Tyag Wali Birti, that this mindset that they had of just being very tyagi, being a renunciant and not being attached. And Bhai Palvinder Singh, there's quite a few sakhi that take place that show this, right?
So as you can see, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj was so close to Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji Maharaj, and there are some concerns by Mata Nanaki Ji that she observed. And Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj was they had such a saintly nature that Maharaj Ji bilkul sab kuch tyag dete si, right? Maharaj Ji was detached from a lot of things. For example, there was a sakhi that it was a wedding of Baba Gurudetta Ji. Now what happens is that Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj actually saw a Brahman who was poor, and he walked towards the Brahman and he saw him. Maharaj Ji then hold that guy up, right? It was a kid, right? Hold him up and took out his clothes and gave those clothes to the Brahman, right? And Maharaj Ji had a lot of golds on him. Whatever gold that he had, he gave it to the guy as well. And the second one was a doom, right? So these dooms, they were poor. The Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj was there, and these people just came to Maharaj and said, "Sanu kuch deo, give us something." The Maharaj ne ki kita wa Maharaj gave whatever he had. He took out his clothes, he gave it to them, gave them the horse as well. So Maharaj Ji bilkul sab kuch de deta si. Yeah, so when Maharaj Ji gave everything, so when he Mata Nanaki Ji saw Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj, that was the time of Baba Gurudetta Ji's Nandakara, you can say, and she was so upset that, these are our, this is Nandakara, you spend so much of money in getting clothes, ornaments. उन्होंने की माता नानकी ने पूछा, माता जी asked Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji के पुत्र, what have you done? Why you come back naked? What have you done with your clothes? And Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji then replies and says, "Nee Mata Ji, there was someone who needs this more than me, and therefore I've given it to them." Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji Maharaj saw all of this. Then Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji Maharaj then say, Mata Nanaki Ji, my wife, if today Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj is giving his clothes and whatever gold he has, later in his life he's going to do something even bigger than this. He's going to give his life for the people in this world. So that's when the Sakhi comes later on, and Maharaj Ji gives his Shaheedi. This is interesting. We're walking through these very narrow streets.
What is that?
Woo! That's so cool. Look at that. We're trying to look for Gurdwara Sahib, where Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj's Ananda Karaj happened with Mata Gujari Ji. Where we're looking, asking around the Sangat. Hopefully they'll be able to help.
So we've just come to Gurdwara Sahib, a very special place, a lot of good Itihasik Asthans, and this is Asthan which is in the Vas and the Vyah Asthan of Mata Gujri Ji. So Mata Ji was the wife of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, the mother of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, and this is where Mata Ji used to reside with their Pitaji, who's called Bhai Chandi Ji, and their mother Mata Bishan Kaur Ji. So interestingly, Guru Arjan Dev Ji, the fifth Guru, during their time, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Ji gave a hukum to all the Sangat to come and start to live in Gurdwara Sahib, and Guru said, "You set up the city." And at that time, Bhai Chandi used to actually live in Lucknow, and we're actually going to Lucknow later on. That should be exciting as well to go there. So when they heard this Bhai Chandi, he moved from Lucknow here to Gurdwara Sahib, and this is then when Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji came, then Nand Karaj happened here with Mata Gujri Ji at that time at this Asthan. And there's a beautiful conversation at that time between Bhai Chandi Ji and Guru Hargobind Singh Ji, right?
So yeah, so you know, as we all know, when Nanda Karaj happens, there's a milni, right? The part when Bhai Lal Chand Ji was like, you know, I can't serve my Guru. He went to Guru Sahib's feet, and Guru Sahib stopped him, and Maharaj took him into his Galvakri. Maharaj ne onu jappi paati, and he was like, okay, fine. Now this is interesting because the first relation comes is the Sikh and the Guru, but at this point of time it's actually the bride, right, and the groom's dad, right, they're meeting each other. So when all of this happened, Anand Karaj happened, then Bhai Lal Chand Ji goes to Guru Sahib and says, Maharaj, I was not able to do your seva, because in his mind it's just not my son-in-law's father, right? It's more of my Guru as well. He's like, Maharaj, I couldn't do your seva properly. And Guru Hargobind Singh Ji Maharaj then replies and says, Lal Chand, tum dino sakla besala. You have given me everything in this world. Jinu tanuja arpan kinam. The tanuja over here means your daughter. You have given me your daughter. Te kya pache tene rakh lina. And she will actually give everything. Basically, Mata Guruji Ji was such a woman that she gave everything that she had. She was with her husband 26 years, 9 months, and 13 days at Baba Bakala. And think about it as well, as a woman who's married, newly married at that point of time for 26 years, Mataji just did Seva of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj. And at the point of time, as we know in the Sakhi as well, the Mata Guruji Ji went through so much in her life. She saw how her grandsons attained Shaheedi. She saw how the Parvar bichoda pe gaya, daughter-in-law passing on as well, Mata Jito Ji. And the husband, the most important is the husband, being Shaheed, right? I think this is a big thing. Now this is the Ishara Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji Maharaj is giving.
Right, Guru. And just on that, Guru Sahib Ji, this wedding took place in 1632. 1632, so this is 6 years before Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji Jyoti Jyot. So Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji was about 11 years old at this time, right? So 11 years old, so very young, but so was Mata Ji. This was kind of the tradition at the time when people get married young. But then again, they wouldn't even be together until they're older, right? So they're very young at that time. And just what Bhai Sahib Ji said was really important, the idea of that. Guru Hargobind Singh Ji made it clear that there's no need for this type of dowry and stuff like that. You've given the greatest gift. You've given your daughter. You know, in today's world, it's that thing where if someone gives their daughter away, they have to think about how much money they have to spend. And it's a pressure. Like the bibi is not good enough, but that is the greatest gift that is being given. And like you said, Mataji, look how much seva Mataji did, serving Guru Sahib Ji. Because in those 26 years in Bakala, Mataji served Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. It wasn't like Guru Sahib Ji just disappeared for 26 years and Mataji was like, just chilling out. Mataji was serving Guru Sahib Ji all that time. So very blessed to come to this Asthan. There was also the Battle of Gurdwara Sahib that took place in Gurdwara Sahib, but unfortunately we can't find the Asthan. I don't think there's a specific Asthan made in the memory of that battle, but we'll go through the battle with you guys. The fourth battle which Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji fought as well, so we'll let you know about it just in a few seconds. In Sri Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji's fourth battle, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji fought alongside their father and elder brothers against the Mughal forces of Emperor Shah Jahan. A vast army of over 100,000 soldiers advanced towards Sri Gurdwara Sahib, where they faced the Akaal Sena, a force of only a few thousand Saint soldiers. It is on this battlefield that Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji displayed remarkable courage, fearlessly engaging the enemy. After the battle, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji travelled with their father to Sri Gurdwara Sahib. Here, the Guruship was passed to Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji, the grandson of the 6th Guru. When Mata Nanaki Ji humbly asked of their son Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji's future, Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji foretold that in time they would also become the Guru, and so would their son. It was in Kirpur Sahib that Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji left their earthly form, and their ashes were immersed in the sacred waters. Mata Nanaki Ji, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji and Mata Gujari Ji then moved to Bakala Sahib, where they would reside for many, many years. So we just reached Bakala Sahib. This is the Asthan where Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji spent many, many years doing bhakti. How many years was it?
26 years, 9 months and 13 days.
So that's a lot of time, and everybody we think okay, Guru Sahib Ji only came for 26 years, but it's more like 27 years that Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji spent here. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji, this is the pind of their Nanake. So from their mother's side, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji was about 17 years old when they came here. As we talked about earlier in Kirpur Sahib, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji, their father Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji, they never gave the Gurta Gaddi to them, they gave it to Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji, and then Guru Sahib Ji came here. Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji left their body in about 1638, which makes Guru Sahib Ji 17. So Guru Maharaj Ji came here, and they would stay here and they would do bhakti within the forests at that time. And the Sangat and the family said to Guru Sahib Ji, Maharaj, why don't you do bhakti in the home? You know, what's the need to go to the forests? And that's where this Gurdwara Sahib, Pora Sahib is created, where Guru Sahib Ji asked for it to be created. It's 5'10" high. The Pora is like a underground cave, a place where they do bhakti, right? And it's cool in the summer, so it's not too hot where they can do the bhakti.
It's quiet and it's secluded as well.
Perfect. So Guru Sahib Ji stayed here then for that long, did bhakti. And Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji, being the father of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, who did the Guruship go to?
Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji Maharaj, and thereafter Guru Harkishan Sahib Ji Maharaj.
And what happens to Guru Harkishan Sahib Ji's history?
So what happens is Guru Harkishan Sahib Ji Maharaj, Jyoti Jyot happens at Bakala Sahib, which is in Delhi, and at that point of time, that's where Maharaj Ji said that Baba Basai Gram Bakala, that's the bachan of Guru Harkishan Sahib Ji Maharaj.
And when that happens, Guru Harkishan Sahib Ji, interestingly, Dhyan Tadke, with inside they focus on Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, they pass in the Guruship, but it's also written that they sent the items. What are the items that they sent?
Coconut, Panj Paise as well.
Hanji. So they sent these items with Baba Gurditta Ji from the lineage of Baba Buddha Ji, and they came to Bakala Pind, and this Asthan behind us, I think it's called Gurdwara Darbar Sahib. They actually passed on the Gurta Gaddi to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. It was Gupt. Guru Sahib Ji didn't want to become Paragat. They wanted to remain quiet and not let anybody know. But the point we're trying to make is that this happened and there was a certain amount of Sangat, a small number who knew who the true Guru was, but Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji didn't want anybody to know who they were. And that's even the case when, that we mentioned earlier, when Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji was not the Guru and their father had given it to the grandson, the other family members were upset, but Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji didn't care. They didn't care about this, the idea of Raj, of a courtesy of being a leader.
He was Tyagmal, right? He was detached from him, yeah.
Detached, right? Yeah. So that happened, and what happens afterwards is now the Sakhi of Bhai Makhan Shah. So how does Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji become Paragat? Because when that bachan came, Baba Basai Gram Bakale, 22 different individuals of the Guru's family, the Sodhi ones, they all came here and set up their Bhai Manjia, their places where they claimed to be the Guru. So that caused a lot of confusion in the Sangat, right?
Yep.
Nobody knew who the Guru was. And then the famous Sakhi of Bhai Makhan Shah takes place. So who is Bhai Makhan Shah?
So Bhai Makhan Shah Lubana was a Sikh of the Guru, and at that point of time he did an Ardaas. He was a trader as well.
Yeah, so where was he going at that
He was
time?
at Sri Lanka. Yeah, so that's where he got stuck in it's a kind of swamp kind of thing, you can say.
You could say it was like a small kind of island on the way.
So he got stuck over there, and at that point of time he told all of his people, his workers, to wash their hands, their legs, and they all did at Ardaas. And Bhai Makhan Shah Lubana in his mind had Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji Maharaj in his mind, and he did Ardaas ke Maharaj, please save me from this whole situation, and if you save me, I will give you 500 gold coins.
So Hanji, that was from the trade, because he was such a great trader. I actually read
Very rich.
he had like 5 huge ships by Makhan Shah, so he was loaded, right? The best like in today's with exports and so on, like people are lorries and so on. So Bhai Makhan Shah did this Ardaas. He was stuck there for 1 month on the island. And he did this Ardaas. He realized that, his rations have run out. He did the Ardaas. He came to Delhi or to Amritsar Sahib, realized the Guru's no longer here, and the Bachan is at the Bakala Pind. So he went to Bakala Pind. He's gone to this area, and there's 22 different people claiming to be the Guru. What did Bhai Makhan Shah do to find out who is the true Guru?
So when he came here, he found out there was 22 gurus.
Yeah.
He had a strategy. The strategy was to put 2 gold coins to see if the person would actually ask for the additional of it, the extras of it, right?
Hanji.
So that's why he did. He went one after another, and eventually he got discouraged because none of them asked for it, right?
Perfect. And amongst those was Tidmal. So Tidmal was the brother of Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji, who was the 7th Guru. Tidmal claimed to be the Guru. He had Guru Granth Sahib Ji, the Surup that was written by Bhai Gurdas Ji and Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. So a lot of people thought he was the Guru. And I think, if I remember correctly, he actually put a bit more money down, Makhan Shah, for Tidmal, for Guru Granth Sahib Ji and for Tidmal. And all these people were like so happy, oh, you give me money, so on. But Bhai Makhan Shah knew deep down that I did this Ardaas, you're Antarjami, you should know. So it's really, really beautifully, because I was actually walking in, listening to the history, and I can imagine it all taking place. Makhan Shah was so upset because he wanted to meet the Guru so badly that he said to himself that I'm not going to eat, I'm not going to sleep, I'm not going to drink until I have the Guru's darshan. And Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji knew about this. And Mata Ganga Ji, the mother of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, was saying, why don't you come out? Why don't you become Paragat? Why don't you tell everybody you're the Guru? And the Guru said, I'm not going to tell anyone. I'm not going to tell anyone. You're not to tell anyone. If any Sikh does, then Parlokwich in the next world, their face will be black.
I think it was Guru Sahib Sabha. He didn't want that limelight. Maharaji wanted to be away from everyone. He just wanted to be with himself, right? 26 years of doing bhakti is not a small thing,
Definitely, and we can learn a lot from that in our lives as well. That don't chase fame, right? Jina Nanak Satguru Puja, Tina Hara Puja Karava. Those that serve Guruji, everyone serves them and does their puja and worships them anyway, in that respect. So what happens then is that Bhai Makhan Shah, again and again, he's so distraught. It's been 7 days. He has not eaten, he's not slept, he's not drank in 7 days. At this time, there's a Masand, another individual from the Guru's home, who is there. And Bhai Makhan Shah walks past him, and he can tell Bhai Makhan Shah is so distraught. And he says, you've forgotten someone. There's someone else here who's the son of the Guru, Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji's son, who lives in Bakala Pind. But he's not the Guru though, because he's just a bit too vaparaval, right? But Bhai Makhan Shah is thinking that sounds like the Guru.
But he's from the Sodhi clan as well, right?
Exactly.
So he wanted to see everyone from the Sodhi lineage.
And he was the complete opposite of everybody else. Everybody else would say, come to me. But Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji was the opposite. So keeping a long story short, Bhai Makhan Shah came to the home of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj, and then he realized that is the Guru. Okay, this is Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji said the same thing. Okay, you're not to tell no one. And what happened when he met Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj?
The first time when Bhai Makhan Shah Lubana had met Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj, he did the same thing as well. 2 gold coins, and he left there in Matha Tegh. Now Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj, who's Antarjami, who was a true Guru, he asked Bhai Makhan Shah Lubana, okay, Bhai Makhan Shah, you promised me 500 and you're only putting 2 here. And that's when it clicked and said, Maharaj, you're the true Guru.
And even Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji said that they showed their shoulder. So they showed the nishani of the boat that they carried that was going to sink, the sinking ship. And it said that, obviously the Guru's not greedy, but if you said something, the Sikh has to earn their bachan, right? So Bhai Makhan Shah was so happy. And the genuine tahas that we hear is that Bhai Makhan Shah, then jumped on the roof and said, Guru La Dore, Guru La Dore, that I found the Guru. But the way I heard it recently, which was a bit more detailed, is that by Makkan Shah, the next day, they bought Kara Prashadi Deg, and they bought a lot of items and the 500 gold coins for Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. And when they bought these items to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, the other Masans, so the other Sodis, they saw this and they thought they were going to get their payday, right? They thought they're coming to them, right? But Bhai Makkan Shah didn't do that. Bhai Makkan Shah went to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji and they made Guru Sahib Ji Paragat. They put these items in front of Guru Sahib Ji. Bhai Makkan Shah came with a black face as well. They went to Guru Ka Langar.
Why did he come with the black face though?
Because Guru Sahib Ji said earlier that whoever makes me Paragat, they will have their face be black in the next world. So Bhai Makkan Shah went to the Langar where the Kalak is for when they make the Prashad there. He put it on his face, came into Guru Sahib Ji's Darbar, and then after that conversation, he went on the roof and he shouted out, Guru La Dore, that I found the Guru. All the Sangat realized that they are the Guru. Then at that Asthan there, Gurdwara Manji Sahib, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji held their first Divan. The first Divan, all the Sangat came and they gave their peta to Guru Sahib Ji and they all pleased. And the way I look at it is that when Bhai Makkan Shah finally realized that, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, they are the Guru, imagine how they must have felt at that time.
Yeah, of course.
Pehli wari they've had darshan now of the Guru and they've realized
After such a long time, right?
Such a long time. And the shabad that comes to mind is Ananda Paya Miri Mai, Sat Guru Mein Paya. I'm in so much Anand, Sat Guru Mein Paya, I found my Guru.
Or the other shabad is Guru Pura, what do you call, Hokin Kin Kari Namaskar, Mera Guru Pura Kyon Mila hai?
Vai Guru. So this is at the heart of these two asthans here, specifically where Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji's Gurta Gaddi was given and where Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji held their first Divan. This Asthan is the Pora Sahib where they sat for 26 years. 26 years. It's a tower, but that was built afterwards. I think it was built in 1930s. 1931. This tower was built. But if you go inside, which will show you in the B-roll, there's a Pora Sahib where Guru Sahib sat in. And this Asthan right here in front of us, this small one, this is Asthan. It's called Sis Mehal. I think Sis Mehal, Gurdwara Sis Mehal. This is where Mata Ganga Ji's Antam Sanskar was done. So when Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji came from Kirapur Sahib to this Asthan, Guru Sahib Ji came with their Dadi Ji, they came with their Mata Ji, and they came with their wife. Mata Ganga Ji, Guru Arjan Dev Ji's wife, Mata Nanak Ji, Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji's wife, their mother, and then Mata Gojri Ji, their wife. And this is where Mata Ganga Ji left their body here in this Asthan. And that is the starting at the house of Bakala Pin. There's more to come as well. So now that Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj has become the Guru, they become Paragat as well. All the Sangha knows. At that time, all the Sangha that were following the other Sodis, those are the fake Gurus, they all came to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. And they even said, okay, we're no longer going to follow you. So you carry on doing what you want to do, saying on to the fake Sodis, fake Gurus. Okay, you do what you want to do, but we're going to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. But within those was certain people who were still jealous, who would follow people like Tirumal. Right, and I think if I'm correct, even some of those Sodis, they went to Tirumal as well. Right, so they joined forces. So what happened then was that Tirumal had someone, a Masan that was with him called Shiha Masan. And Shiha is a horrible person, a proper jealous person. And he said to Tirumal that the amount of money that you've made coming here, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji's made in 3 hours. Right? Wow. So imagine how much time Tirumal must have spent there in Bakala Pin trying to be the Guru.
And how much of money that Makkan Shah Lubana had came and give to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji.
And the Sangat in that moment now, where they have to Chara, right? in just like 3 hours. So he said to Tirumal that, look, we got to do something about this. And if you're going to do something, you got to match fire with fire, basically, right? Along those lines. So, what we need to do is basically get rid of the Guru. So let's assassinate Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, right? And from what I remember reading, Tirumal wasn't for this, but he was also very greedy. So he wanted to be the Guru, right? So eventually he kind of went along with the plan of Shiha Masand, right? And what happened was that there was actually 2 attempts to assassinate Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. The first one was that when the Divan finished, Bhai Makkan Shah returned back to his home, the Divan taking place here at Manji Sahib. Bhai Makkan Shah Ji's returned to his home. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji's gone their way, the Sangat's gone one way. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji decided to go for a walk. And when Guru Sahib Ji went for a walk, that's when Shiha Masan said, this is the perfect time to attack the Guru. He brought his soldiers, brought his men. They tried to shoot Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, but they missed. Oh. And when this happened, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, they said these words, right? They said, Pale Tir Mala, Pale Ji, Pale Tir Mala Tir. They say, hey, Bhai Tirmal Ji, they say, Pale Tirmal, that may only good happen to you, basically, right? So Guru Sahib Ji didn't care. Mata Nanak Ji was so worried. Okay, look what's happening. But Guru Sahib Ji had that Tyag wali birti. Guru Sahib Ji didn't care.
Didn't care at all.
You know that Shabad in Slobanava, Pekahu?
Ko det ne pe maanata aan.
The one who has Kohnanak Sundare Mana Gyani Taib Khan, the one who's not afraid of anyone, who doesn't give faith to anyone, that's a true Gyani. Guru Sahib Ji showing us their avastha, right? What they wrote in Guru Bani, Guru Sahib Ji is living in themselves. Then the second time, Shia Masan realized, okay, look, they haven't killed the Guru, let's go again. They took 50 soldiers with them. They went to attack Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji and they stole all of the vastua, all the items, all the charava that was given to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji.
So I'm sure Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji then was upset about it.
Nope, Guru Sahib Ji didn't care at all. Guru Sahib Ji said, they took everything. They took the 500 gold coins. They took all the charava that came from the Sangat at the time. And Guru Sahib Ji didn't say nothing. All these items were taken and then they shot Guru Sahib Ji again. This time actually skimmed the matha of Guru Sahib Ji and they started bleeding. And blood was pouring from Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj at that time. And that was the second attempt. That took place here at Gurdwara Manji Sahib as well, where Shia Masand, along with 50 soldiers, attacked Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj. And then we learned later on, okay, when Makkan Shah found out about this, he was not happy. So Makkan Shah at that time, he brought his soldiers, he had 500 soldiers, if it was the same amount of soldiers from before on the ship. And then he went to Tirmal, stole everything back, beat up the men, and then also all the items were back, and he also bought Siddhi Guru Granth Sahib Ji with him as well. Right, so that sloop of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj is written by Guru Arjan Dev Ji and by Gurdas Ji. He bought that as well to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj. And then we'll see afterwards what happens. What does Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji say about this instance, and what does Guru Sahib Ji tell Makkan Shah to do as well? So we're going to move on now. There's a lot of history here. We're going to move on to the next Asthan where Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji went, going towards city Amritsar Sahib, and what were the interactions and what happened then. So we see you guys there. So now we come back to city Darbar Sahib. Been travelling around, and Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji very similarly, they actually left city Darbar Sahib and came back after 26 years. It's been quite a long time. So wait for the history, Guru Sahib Ji going to Bakala Pind, staying there for 26 years, by Makkan Shah Ji coming there, finding Guru Sahib Ji, Guru Ladore, Guru Ladore. Then what happens is that after all the assassination attempts, by Makkan Shah Ji actually does an Ardaas, a benti to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, and they say they have this itcha, just like, you know, some of Guru Sahib did, like Guru Arjan Dev Ji, ke I want to go to Sri Amritsar and do Ishnan and have darshan of Sri Harmandir Sahib. So they actually do benti to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji that, can you join us? And Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji actually accepts their benti and says that I'll come as well to have darshan. So Bhai Makkan Shah is quite boosted, right? Because the Guru is going to go with them. As they make their way to City Darbar Sahib, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji knows the situation, right? Because Bhai Makkan Shah wanted to go for Vaisakhi, the new month, right? This interesting thing, we talk about 1699. Vaisakhi was also celebrated before because it was a new month, Vaisakh, right? The second month in the Sikh calendar. So they actually went for Vaisakh, and again, during those times of Vaisakhi, even before Guru Gobind Singh Ji, City Darbar Sahib would get packed. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji knew what the state was of the Darbar Sahib, because at that time, if I remember correctly, Priti Chand and his lineage had basically had control over the Darbar Sahib. So what happened was that Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji knew this was going to happen. So they said to Bhai Makhan Shah Ji, who came with 500 soldiers, let's first go to the other Sarovars. So they're upon Sarovar in City Amritsar Sahib. Check out the video as well. We've done that already. Where Guru Sahib Ji first went to Bibek Sar Sahib, Ram Sar Sahib. Then they went to Santokh Sar Sahib, Kaul Sar Sahib, and then they came here. When the Masans knew that Guru Sahib Ji was coming here, the Masans being greedy, knowing his Vasaki al-Din as well, the Masans put a lock on Darshan Deori. So if you see Darshan Deori behind me, they put a lock in there, and they just left basically. So they knew Guru Sahib Ji wouldn't come in. When Bhai Makhan Shah heard about this, Bhai Makhan Shah was so angry, and Bhai Makhan Shah Ji at that time, he said to Guru Sahib Ji, I've brought 500 soldiers with me, let's break the lock on the door and let's just go inside. But Guru Sahib Ji said, no, we're not going to do that. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji did Ishnan in Amritsar, they did the Panj Sarovar Ishnan. Then Guru Sahib Ji came to this Asthan just on my right, Thara Sahib. And when they came here, they sat under a tree. If you go inside, there's not much of a tree anymore, but they've kind of wrapped it up. And Guru Sahib Ji sat under that tree. They did Ek Japji Sahib the part. Ek Japji Sahib the part karke Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji left from this Asthan and they went to something called Bakala Sahib. And we'll go for it at the house when we get to Bakala Sahib as well. So that is the history of Guru Sahib Ji coming back here. Imagine this, right? Imagine coming here after 26 years, 27 years, 28 years for the first time and you refuse entry into City Darbar Sahib. Imagine how crazy that must be. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji came back after all that time. I remember when I came back to Darbar Sahib after 5-6 years and how much ananda I had. I was so excited. Guru Sahib Ji refused entry. Guru Sahib Ji continued and they went where there was prem, and later on, the controls given back to the Panth and then the Masans were taken out. So yeah, that was the history of Thara Sahib. Let's go now to where Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji went after this. So follow us for that journey. So now we've reached Valla Nagar. This is the Asthan which Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji came to after they left Gurdwara Thara Sahib. As I mentioned earlier, when the lock was put on the Darshan and Deori, Bhai Makhan Shah Ji said at that time, get Guru Sahib Ji to open the lock. And they even said to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj that, why don't we just give these guys a saza, give them a punishment, the Masans for what they're doing. And the Guru said there's no need to give them any punishment. They've already died from the inside. They're already dead, just like walking corpses in that respect. And he said that they're going to get their own punishment in the future, and they're just burning in lobe inside in greed. And as we know, Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj Ji gave them that saza, gave them that punishment in their form. So Guru Sahib Ji came to this Asthan, and there was a Shardalu Sikh who'd yearn for Guru Sahib Ji's darshan. So imagine Guru Sahib Ji's been gupt for 26 years, right? And now Guru Sahib Ji's become Pargar. They've come here to City Amritsar Sahib. They've not been allowed darshan of City Darbar Sahib. Guru Sahib Ji has come here. They've fulfilled the ichha, the desire of a Guru Sikh. And then the Masans actually come here as well. The Masans come here and they start, making stuff like Guru Sahib Ji, people there, there might be jealousy, there might be the Mughals, they might do something, just making up whatever stories people make up to kind of justify what they've done. But again, Guru Sahib Ji, they don't care, right? But the Sangha knows what's happened to Guru Sahib Ji. They know about the Biyadbi that they've done to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. And they say a lot of the Maya, a lot of the mothers, they come and they start to serve Guru Sahib Ji. And Guru Sahib Ji stays for 2-3 days at this Asthan until they make their way back to Bakala Sahib.
So the Pankti that Guru Sahib said about the Masans was Amrit Sariya Andar Sariya, right? So basically means that those people, the Masanda, they will burn from within. there in Amritsar. And it was because of the ladies who did so much of Seva, Maharaj Ji said that ਇੱਥੇ ਭਗਤੀ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਘਰ ਹੋਊਗਾ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਸਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ.
This is the Asthan, so it wasn't just go to the Thara Sahib. This is only 20 minutes from the main Amritsar Sahib area. So definitely come here from the Darbar Sahib, have darshan as well. And Guru said he goes back to Bakala Sahib, where we pick up the Itihas of what happens there, then how they start making a journey towards Gurdwara Sahib and towards Anandpur Sahib. So we see you guys there.
So Sangat Ji, if you look at this place, this is where Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj came to Mata Ji's house and they stayed at this particular area here. So the Sangat over here, the Prabandhaks have actually made this place. So it's where, this is where Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj sat down. So this used to be Mata Haro Ji's house when Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj left from Amritsar Sahib, and this is the place where Maharaj Ji came. So Mata Haro Ji did Seva of Maharaj, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj and the Sikhs. So that's when Maharaj Ji said this bachan ke walla Guru ka galla maya rab rajaiya bhakti laiya. So Maharaj gave them the varta ke tusi bhakti karonge, right? So much of bakshish Maharaj Ji gave to Mata Haro Ji and the whole family and the ladies who did Seva over here. And this is where the Sangat used to come here and do satsang as well. So in that remembrance, they converted that into a Gurdwara today.
So Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji came in 1664. So at this time they were about 42 years old. It's 43 years old. Their Prakash is 1621. So about 43 years later. So we just finished at Gurdwara Sahib. And I think Bhai Resham Singh Ji had a few things he wanted to say. He wasn't happy with Karim Singh's recording and a few other stuff.
I didn't have anything to say.
Okay. Anything you want to say with this time?
No, I think you guys covered it. And what's interesting is that it's got a couple of paintings up the front.
They're really nice paintings, right?
Yeah, and the paintings here were really nicely done, showing the Sakhi of Guru Sahib being refused entry by the Masands at Harmandir Sahib, and then coming to this place of Allah.
And again, I know this is mainly about Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, but with Guru Sahib's Kirpa, we've been blessed to have so many opportunities to meet different people and to see different skills within the Panth and different types of Seva. Just a bit about Satpal Singh as well, because I find it quite amazing and shocking that a lot of the stuff that we use on basis of Sikhi, in terms of the pictures that we put on our videos, a lot of them have been taken by him, right?
Yeah, so Satpal Danish, as well as being the grandson of a lineage that was formidable in terms of painting and artistry, he himself was a very accomplished photographer. In fact, if you take it back, the legacy of photography is there because Bhai Gyan Singh Nakash is the one that took the photographs of Baba Sham Singh, the ones that we've used in our podcasts, the ones that everybody knows. But he was also telling stories about how he's seen the different sevas that have gone on that have changed the landscape of Amritsar. So he was talking about remembering when the original building of Ramsar was knocked down.
Which you spoke about in the podcast.
Yeah. So he was telling us about how he tried to stop that. And that much of the work inside Ramsar had been his grandfather's work. Even a bit about the Ramgarhia Bunga, because if you look at the historical pictures, the Bunga, they're the tall towers. They look very different depending on what time period you're looking at them. Sometimes they have long domes on them, sometimes they don't. And he was telling us about that history. So someone who's really witnessed the change that's come across the city in the last 50 years, which is quite priceless, really.
Right, cool. Even though we're tracing the steps of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, we're going to see a lot when we start traveling to the east later on in the vlogs, that a lot of the stuff, even in Malwa region as well, that a lot of the stuff of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji no longer exists because of just poor caretaking, right? Especially as Asthans of Guru Sahib Ji, as of what they would look like originally. That is not the case anymore. And we spoke about this in the Virasti podcast as well, that if you go to Chamkor Sahib, there's no nishani that there was a battle here, right? If you go to a different country, like when I went to France, I said it then as well for a kids trip, you can see the trenches. You can see that, the Battle of Somme took place here, and what have you look at a great battle it was in wherever we look at it. But that's not the point. My main point is that when it comes to Sikh Itihas, we don't have these nishaniya of Itihas. Even like we were talking about Thanda Boraji before, right? Even Thanda Boraji, we can't even imagine that now to that level because we don't have the Thanda Boraji available for us to look at, right? So this is really important. I'm so thankful that you guys are joining us at the start of this journey as we trace the steps of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj. Upon returning to Bakala Sahib, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji held divans where countless devotees gathered, bringing offerings and seeking blessings. Unfortunately, some of the Sodhis were overcome with jealousy and resentment towards the Guru. It was during this time that Bhai Makhan Shah Ji requested Guruji's permission to depart from Bakala Sahib. Guru Sahib Ji replied that they too would soon be leaving, and preparations were made for the next stage of their journey. As the Guru and the Sangha travelled together, they reached the banks of Bias river. It was here that Guruji ordered the Sangha to return Guru Granth Sahib Ji to Tiramal before continuing onward. The journey then led Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji and the Sangha back to Sri Kirpur Sahib. So as you mentioned, after Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji did the Seva of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji, the Suru was taken back to Tiramal. Guru Sahib Ji started their journey from Bakala Sahib towards this area. On the way, Guru Sahib Ji stopped off in a mountainous area where there were two mountains that cushioned this area, you could say, and that later became known as Anandpur Sahib. It was about 5 miles from where we are right now, Kirpur Sahib. And Guru Sahib Ji said, later on, I'll come back here and I'll set up this city. But after that, Guru Sahib Ji comes to Kirpur Sahib, right?
Yep. So the Sakhi goes like this, right? When Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj left Amritsar, this is the place they came here. And this is the Janam Asthan of the Satveं and Atveं, the 7th and the 8th Guru, Guru Har Rai Sahib Ji and Guru Harkrishan Sahib Ji Maharaj. So as we all know that Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj now has taken up the Guruship, right? He's on the Gaddi. And when they came here, they paid their condolences to Mata Kishan Kaur Ji, who is the wife of Guru Har Rai Sahib Ji Maharaj and mother of Guru Harkrishan Sahib Ji Maharaj.
Kirpa. So then from here, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji didn't stay for that long because of the, you could say, the virodhata, the jealousy of the Sodhis that were here. So Guru Sahib Ji then, not too long after being here for a while, as there were divans that were taking place every single day here, when Guru Sahib Ji came back, they made their way towards Anandpur Sahib. So let's head over there now to Anandpur Sahib and see how Guru Sahib Ji set up the city and what was it called before Anandpur Sahib. On our journey towards Sri Anandpur Sahib, we stopped at two historical sites connected to the siblings of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. The first was the Haveli of Baba Suraj Mal Ji, Guru Sahib Ji's brother, where remnants of the original structure from the era still remains, along with preserved artifacts from that time. Bibi Veedo Ji is actually the sister of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. So you come to her Asthan here where there's some nishaniya of Guru Nanak Dev Ji and Bibi Ji herself. And interestingly, we went to Baba Suraj Ji's Asthan as well. Baba Guru Tegh Ji's Asthan is not too far from here as well. So these are the siblings of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. So we're very blessed that not just vlogging the life of Guru Sahib, but seeing their mothers Asthan, their fathers Asthan, and their siblings Asthans as well.
Yani Gurdwara Singh was kind enough to come and give us darshan of those nishanis quite close up, which was, I don't think I can quite put it into words. I'm not sure I've even processed it yet, but there was a Seli Topi of Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Hath Likhit Poti of Sri Guru Hargobind Sahib themselves, with some sayings of Satave Padshah, Manji Sahib of Bibi Viro Ji, a Pakha of Bibi Viro Ji, and also some of the Bibi Viro Ji's own embroidery work. And it was within a Puratan Chobara, so even within the modern building of the Gurdwara, there are elements of the old Puratan building that Bibi Viro Ji would have lived in, which is just immense. And Gyani Ji is doing some great work to try and preserve this place as much as he can. But much of this trip has also been about trying to make connections between different groups of people, everyone with Shraddha, trying to work together to really do what we can to save heritage in its original form for our own sakes and for our oncoming generations. So yeah, it was quite an unbelievable, unplanned experience. Let's see what becomes of it in the future. Gyani Ji was recapping some of the things that he had heard from Baba Thakur Singh, who I think practically raised him from what he was saying. And apparently Babaji was saying to him at the time that, well, about Sirhan first, they were talking about the fact that Thanda Burj apparently had 8 Burj at that time when it was still standing, which is quite amazing because we can't see any of those now.
What is a Burj?
A Burj is a tower. Like, you know how you see princely palaces like in Nabba or Patiala? It must have been something like that. They would have had that 8 towers or something like that. So just recounting the sort of experiences of what was there before. He was also talking about at Sirhand, about a tree where the Chote Sahibzade were tied that used to be there, that then got cut down when they made the new buildings. But it all just goes to show, even we met that other Buzurg at Anandpur Sahib who was telling us about the original Prakash Asthan of the Chote Sahibzade now not being marked in its original place. So people have memories of these Asthans before things have been changed, and it seems to be a common theme that things have been changed in a way that isn't reflective of what was there in the past or even accurate, and things have been moved. And for many Sangathan, that's a source of guilt and regret, really. So just meeting somebody else that feels the same way we do is quite refreshing. So we'll see.
So picking up the itihas from Sri Kirapur Sahib, seeing the jealousy of the different Sodis, the different individuals there, Guru Sahib actually comes to Anandpur Sahib. During this time, by Makhan Shah Ji, they actually ask for Agya to leave Guru Sahib. It's actually a beautiful conversation that takes place. After Bhai Makhan Shah Ji leaves Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj, Guru Sahib Ji continues now towards Anandpur Sahib. And at that time, as it is written, because there's a lot of itihas to remember, Guru Sahib Ji finger to themselves, ke Guru Nanak Ji Maharaj Sahib Sri Kartarpur Sahib. We've got Khadur Sahib of Guru Angad Dev Ji. We've got Gurdwara Sahib of Guru Ardaas Ji. We've got Sri Harmandir Sahib, Amritsar Sahib of Chauthe Padshah, Panjve Padshah, Kartarpur Sahib, Seva Padshah, Kirapur Sahib, Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji and Guru Harkish Sahib Ji. From what I remember, they didn't set up any cities. And now Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji is thinking that let's set up a city now here, which we know as Anandpur Sahib today. At that time, there was a Raja of that land of Bilaspur, and his name was Raja Tara Chand, and his son was Raja Deep Chand. They both passed away And the Rani at the time, Champa was her name, if I can find correctly, Rani Champa of Bilaspur. She actually told Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji about this, and she sent a chitti to Noe Pasha Ji, and she wanted to donate the land to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj. But Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj said, no, we're going to buy the land. So it's written in other sources that Guru Sahib Ji spent 157,000 rupees buying this whole jaga. And this took place in 1664, where Guru Sahib Ji bought the land that we know today as Anandpur Sahib, but then they named it after their Mata Ji, known as Chak Nanaki. So as you mentioned, Guru Sahib Ji came and set up this Asthan of Chak Nanaki, and they created a Dharamsala, a place where Sangat can come and join. They made their own home, Guru Ke Mehal, which we are right now as well, which is where Guru Sahib Ji stayed, and Thara Sahib inside, in which Guru Sahib Ji did Bhagati. And also they set up the bazaar, you could say the marketplace, where people could come and trade, they could work, earn a living, and Sangat could ultimately move here, just like we saw in city Amritsar Sahib, known as Guru Ka Chak, originally Ramdaspur, and then Amritsar Sahib. Same thing that we have here, quite similar in that respect. Sangat decided to come, decided to join with the Guru. Even the farmers would come, and they do benti to Guru Sahib Ji to give them a jameen, right? Give them the tools, the animals that they needed to carry out their work. And it said that the fasal at that time that was made, they'd give 2/3 it to Guru Sahib Ji, and they would keep 1/3 for themselves. So Guru Sahib Ji helped the Sangat set up here in Siri Anandpur Sahib. Guru Sahib Ji also gave Pavikat Bachan, you could say like a prophecy or just speaking about the future. Okay, whoever comes to Anandpur, to this Asthan, Anandpur Sahib, Guru Ka Chak Nanak at that time, no one will be able to defeat them. Right? If the soldiers come, so they're giving this Bachan later on about Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. And at that time, so much Sangat was coming, there was a lot of coming and going. People were joining at that time to Sikhi and to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. And the Charawa, the Peta that was coming in was growing as well. But Guru Sahib is never attached to it, because we see this in the Banya again and again. Guru Sahib is not attached to these items or to money, right? Also, the Sangat that was coming to see Guru Sahib was growing so much, coming and going. And the main thing was that the Charawa was increasing, the Peta was increasing, but Guru Sahib was not attached to it, which you learn about later. Wherever Guru Sahib went, they weren't attached to the money, they weren't attached to the honour that came with it. Like we read in their own Bani, Tandara, Sampata Sagala, Jinapani Karaman, Inimeka Chasangi, Hinanaka Sachi Jan, that none of these things are going to go with you. Tandara, Sampata Sagala, Jinapani Karaman, right? Honour, money, whatever comes with it. Inimeka Chasangi Nahi. Not even a little bit is going to go with you. Nanak Sachi Jan, know this to be true. So Guru Sahib Ji, seeing all this happening, the Sangat is in Chardikla, Guru Sahib Ji is always in Anand, but the Sodis haven't left Guru Sahib Ji alone. Even now the Sodis still have this Eidkha towards Guru Sahib Ji, Tirmal especially, and Tirmal is burning because wherever the Guru goes, lots of money is coming, and that's what Tirmal is focused on, especially when it comes to him having Guru Granth Sahib Ji still. He's still really jealous, and he thinks he should be the Guru. So what does Tirmal actually do? Tirmal gets in contact with Baba Ramarai. So what happens at that time is that Shihamasan, who was responsible for, you could say, the trying to assassinate Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, he says to Tirmal that do this, speak to Ramarai, who is your nephew. So when Guru Hargobind Singh Ji gave the Guruship to Guru Harrai Sahib Ji, Guru Harrai Sahib Ji's older brother was Tirmal. He did not gain the Guruship, he was really annoyed. After Guru Harrai Sahib Ji, it went to Guru Harkishan Sahib Ji. And Guru Harkishan Sahib Ji's older brother was Ramrai. And that's a long story in itself, when Ramrai is sent to Delhi to go meet Aurangzeb. And he changes Gurbani, the Shabad, the Mitti Musliman ki, he changed it to Mitti Beiman ki. When he changes the Shabad, he's, you could say, like excommunicated from the Panth. Guru Sahib says, how could he change Gurbani, change the words of Guru Nanak Dev Ji? He did not have the fear of Guru Nanak Dev Ji on his tongue. And that story takes place. Ramrai stays with Aurangzeb in Delhi. He showed over 72 different types of miracles, right? They were crazy, like making 2 moons, bringing an animal back to life, levitating on top of a well when they tried to chuck him in it by making him sit on top of it. There's lots. If you just Google it, you can find a lot of them as well. Not to say that they're all accurate, but there's quite a lot that were accurate from what I remember ages ago. 72 miracles of Ramrai. Type then, you should find it. So Tirmal sends a letter to Ramrai. Now look at the relationship, right? Tirmal is Guru Harrai Sahib Ji's brother. Ramrai is Guru Harrai Sahib Ji's son. So Tirmal is his Tayaji. Tirmal sends a letter to Ramrai saying that, look, you're like my son, right? There's no difference between us. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji's become the Guru. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji they just do bhakti. How have they gained all this money? Right? They never worked. They never got involved in the more business side, right? How have they gained all this? I should be the Guru. As in Teen was saying, I should be the Guru, you should be the Guru, we should be the Guru, we should have all the charava, we should have all the fame, all that kind of stuff. So he speaks to Ram Rai. He's sending these messages saying that tell Aurangzeb to call Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. Just like how you were called and you went on behalf of your father, call Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. And as Shiha Masan was saying, okay, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji doesn't have no Shakti, they don't have no powers. So when Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji goes there, then, you know, Aurangzeb won't be happy and they'll imprison Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. So that's quite interesting, right? That this happened earlier with Guru Har Rai Sahib Ji and with Guru Har Krishan Sahib Ji, where there was this, where Aurangzeb was calling for them. And even before Guru said you went to Delhi for their Shaheedi, which we learn about later on in these vlogs, there was this conversation taking place where Teenwa was trying to send Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji already to Aurangzeb, right? And the letter was sent. The Sangat of Delhi found out about this. So the Sangat of Delhi said at that time to Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, they came to Anandpur Sahib and they told Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji everything that I was saying. Gurmeet Singh knows me really well. When I find out something, I get really annoyed, right? If I find out something that's not good, people are saying stuff, whatever it is, I feel like we all feel like that, right? When people, speak about us, right? But we learn from Guru Sahib Ji this idea of Ustat and India, Nahe Jehe, to be above Ustat and India, to see them as one. Or Neh Nindya, Neh Ustat Jake, Lob Moha Abhimana, that to be beyond Nindya and to be beyond Ustat. The Guru said is beyond these things. So with that in mind, Guru Sahib Ji didn't care what was being said about them. And in fact, it's written, that Guru Sahib Ji, they just smiled. They said muskura ke. Guru Sahib just kind of laughed it off, like whatever, right? Like they didn't care about what was being said about them because they're beyond these things. So that was what Guru Sahib Ji was facing at that time in terms of a lot of jealousy. Wherever Guru Sahib Ji went, there was a lot of jealousy. And they're seeing what Tirmal is trying to do. And this is very similar to Guru Arjan Dev Ji, because when Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Ji was the Guru Priti Chand, their older brother, they tried a very similar thing. They were in contact with Sulhi Khan and they were trying to get Jahangir to call Guru Arjan Dev Ji to Lahore at the time. Eventually happened. And look in this case as well. People are trying to call Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji to be Aurangzeb, but eventually Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji went on their own terms, which you learn about later on. They went on their own terms. Right now they didn't go. The first time Sulhi Khan came to attack Guru Arjan Dev Ji, where he tried to, it was about to happen, Guru Sahib Ji left with Vadali Pind, where Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji took Prakash. And in this case, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji left, and you learn later on where Guru Gobind Singh Ji took Prakash. There's a lot of similarities there. Are you following, Karavir? Yeah, just making sure. If Karavir gets it, then I'm sure everyone else will get it as well, Guru Kitpa, in that respect. I'm not saying in a negative way, but as in that someone should get it. So what happens then? Should we go? Keep walking. What happens then is, and this is such a beautiful part, right? Is Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj Ji gets ready to travel towards the east. So Guru Sahib Ji, in every situation, they look at as Vai Guru Ji's hukam. Like we read in Japji Sahib, Nanak hukam hai je budh jai, ta hum hai kahe na koi. If you understand why Guru Ji's hukam, that why Guru Ji is doing everything, karan the prabh ek hai, dusar nahi koi, why Guru Ji the cause of all causes, they're causing these things to happen, then we realize that whatever's happening is in why Guru Ji's hukam. So what happens then is that Guru Sahib Ji uses as a bahana to go towards the east, because the Sangat is yearning for the Guru's darshan. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, as we've experienced right now, is the second most traveled Guru in the world, because we've already travelled hundreds of miles, maybe going into the thousands now, especially if you talk about coming from the UK. So what happens is Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji gets ready to travel towards the east, and we're going to show you the east travels now after this, where they're going to travel to all these places, going all the way towards Saboki, Talwandi, Damdama Sahib, and then we're going to go all the way for the first time towards the areas past Delhi, Lucknow, Prayagraj, Ayodhya, Varanasi, Patna. We're going to go to Bangladesh, right? And then unfortunately we want to go even further to Assam, but we probably won't be able to, so we'll still show you it in some sort of format. But Guru Sahib Ji goes to all these places, right? That's the first reason. The second reason, and this is so beautiful, right? Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji realizes Tirmal is dukhi seeing them. So Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji thinks to themselves that I don't want Tirmal to be upset, so I'm going to leave. That's crazy, right? That they say that I don't want Tirmal to be upset, so I'm going to go. Look at Bakala Pind. Guru Sahib Ji left Bakala Sahib because of the jealousy. They didn't want to upset the people at that time. And they said, Pale Teer Mal Pale Ji, Pale Teer Mal Teer. That you're so blessed. They always want good for other people, no matter whatever's happening to them. So at that time, Guru Sahib Ji left. When Guru Sahib Ji came to Amritsar Sahib, when the Mustans didn't want Guru Sahib Ji there, Guru Sahib Ji left again. When now Guru Sahib Ji is here in Nampur Sahib, Guru Sahib Ji did the same thing again, because they left Kirapur Sahib because of jealousy. When the Sheesh Mehal Gurdwara Sahib, at that time the Asthan, then they're leaving Anandpur Sahib now because of the jealousy of Tirmal. But the Sangha, they say, Maharaj, when are you going to come back? What about Anandpur Sahib? And they say, don't worry, in my 10th form I'll come back. When Guru Gobind Singh Ji, and they will set up this city in the most beautiful, biggest city that you can imagine, the city that's going to become Anandpur, the city of Anand, right? So Guru Sahib Ji gave that button. And let's not look at this as the Guru's weakness, or to say to us, it's not, there's always two sides to a coin, right? But it's to appreciate the amount of endurance the Guru had and how compassionate the Guru was. That compassion, Dharam is born out of compassion. You have to first have those qualities of compassion in order to invoke Dharam. And no one has showed a greater feat of Dharam than Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, right? So Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj, based upon these points, they leave Sri Anandpur Sahib, Chak Nanak at that time, and they start their travels towards the east, which we're going to show you guys now. So follow us on this journey that we've never taken before. It's going to be crazy. We've got train rides, we've got plane rides, we've got random taxis from random people that we've never met in our life, because we try to organize things with people that we know. So it's going to be crazy. We go to a country we've never been to before. We're going to Bangladesh, Dhaka. So that should be interesting as well. So we see you guys on this journey, the first long journey of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj to the east, hundreds of miles, maybe even 1,000 miles. We'll see you there.
Jana